You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dialed In Show. This is episode 4 of season 2. Man, we've been at this thing for over a year now, officially.
Man, it's crazy. It's a part of the routine now. I mean, we took that winter break, Christmas break, whatever you want to call it. But back in the swing of things now. I wake up early anyway. We both do. But back in the swing of things, it's like we never left.
I guess. I feel like we left.
I mean, we did. We were gone for
a month,
right?
I feel like it's trying to restart a relationship with somebody you broke up with. And that's really what it feels like to me. So I feel like we still kind of trying to learn each other again, but it's okay.
Oh, wow. You thought we just hit a groove and then I called for a break.
Right. You wanted to take a break. I thought things were going well. And
They were. What's wrong with taking a break?
We
gotta look. Do other podcasts take breaks?
You wanted some time apart. I felt that the break
Yet
was
I
too
saw
long.
you for most of that break.
Huh?
I said, yet I saw you for most of that break.
Yeah. I felt it was too long, but it's all good.
Do
water.
Other podcasts take breaks?
That's water under the bridge. It's okay.
But you haven't answered the question. Do other podcasts?
Oh, I didn't know you was asking a question. Yes.
It was in the form of a question.
I didn't hear the do. I didn't hear do. I just kept hearing other podcasts take breaks. That's all I kept hearing.
Do they take breaks?
Yeah, I don't know if they're that long.
Or do they just go all year long?
I've seen both. I've even seen some that go all year long, but they still chop it up into seasons. So they'll, for just example, they'll go the first 6 months and they'll be like, that's season 1. They might take 2 weeks off and then do season 2.
Is 6 months too short to be a season?
How long are seasons on TV?
I used to know. I don't know. And then now with Netflix and all that stuff, seasons ain't seasons anymore. Like,
yeah, it's you. It really ticks me off when Netflix, like with Love Is Blind and stuff, when they try and ration it out, like TV used to be or still is. That drives me crazy.
Like, that's not what I'm paying for. I'm paying to have it right now.
Right. Well, Netflix is known for, if I want to sit here and binge watch this for 13 hours, that's what I can do. But their special shows, they don't let you do that.
What have you watched lately?
Oh man, that's a good question. Okay.
You got excited.
Yes. Dang. It was something before this, but I just finished watching American dang. It was so good. Well, to me, other people might not like it, but American late last night I started watching on Apple TV. It's called The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston.
I think I started watching that. I never finished it.
It started in 2020, and so I started back from the beginning. But man, I don't know why my Netflix won't pull up. I really want to tell you what I finished watching, and then I just watched something before that. Oh, also on Apple. I don't know. I'll tell y'all next week. Also on Apple TV, it's called Shrinkers. I don't know, and I'll be into some stuff that a lot of people might not necessarily be into. So
because I don't remember the end of Greenleaf, so I've been binge watching the last 2 seasons because I don't remember how it ended. Honestly,
me either.
So I'm on the last season now.
Oh.
Did you watch? You watched Greenleaf, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't think I finished all the seasons. I know what I watched now, but I don't know if I finished all the seasons though.
What'd you watch?
Okay. Did you ever watch The Night Agent?
I saw the preview. I didn't click it.
Season 2 came out this week or last week, whatever. And so I watched all of the second season. It was good. After that, I started watching The American, something with an R, but it was basically about Brigham Young and the Mormons in Utah and all of the I don't know, the Native Americans and them fighting and then the United States military and them just all killing each other. And it was really, really good though. It was crazy. It was really good.
I gotta check it out. So Greenleaf, the show that we laughed at beginning, I think their new season, The Family Business, is about to come out. The trailer looks crazy. So gotta watch that. I've gotten so many like recommendations, and I've just been lazy and not watched any of the recommendations that people have said. So I really haven't. I don't know the last series, like new series that I've watched.
One thing I've noticed, and I haven't been, but this one thing I've noticed, all these streaming platforms, it seems like they're like roller coasters. They'll have a lot of good stuff that's out, then they go through a period of time where there's nothing good that's out, and I'm just watching Great American Bakers or Cake Wars or whatever. Like it's yeah, but I love war movies, uh stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you watched the Diplomat?
Is there a
I
new
think you'll
season?
like that. They got renewed for a new season. I don't know. I don't know when it
But yeah,
comes
you're
out.
talking about with she's similar, kind of look like Jennifer Aniston to me a little bit.
I don't know.
But oh wait, you've never watched it?
She's Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it's great.
No, I
It
watched it. I'm saying a
oh.
new season is about to come out.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Huh. Well, that's what we've been watching. Cool. All right. So not this Sunday. Next Sunday is the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and the matchup is set. It's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mhm.
Not that you are super into sports, but who are you going for?
Philadelphia.
Me
Only
too.
because of Jalen Hurts. That's the only reason. Other
Well,
than
I'm
that,
going
I
for
don't really
Philly.
care.
I have a Chiefs thing on the wall behind me. I used to live there. I'll say this on the record. I'm happy for the Chiefs' recent success, um, but I want Jalen Hurts to get one. And Philadelphia has like 7 Georgia players. They call them the Philly Dogs. So I'm going for Philly.
Yeah. I think now maybe I shouldn't say that.
Don't say it.
I was about to say we are in a season now where we are fighting for us.
What? Who are you talking about?
Isn't Jalen all black?
Mahomes is black.
That was not my question.
Both are black men.
Is Jalen's mother is she black?
Hmm.
His father's black?
I believe so.
Okay. But Patrick Mahomes, he got him twice, right?
What you talking about? How many Super Bowls does he have? He has 3.
3. Okay.
So
Oh.
if the Chiefs win, though, this would be the first time ever in history, not even Tom Brady, that a team has won 3 in a row. So that's why some people want the Chiefs to win, because it's never ever happened before.
I mean, look, I don't have anything against Patrick Mahomes. I don't have anything against the Kansas City Chiefs. That would be great. It's historic, awesome. But if the question is who do I want to win, I prefer Jalen Hurts to win.
I
That's
agree. We're on the same page on that.
yeah.
Might get some flack from some of my Kansas City friends, but hey, you guys have been winning. It's okay for someone else to win one. It's okay. So I hope
Do
Jalen
you,
wins. We'll see.
do you think? And I know we're gonna get into politics, as we always do. But do you think that this just brought up in my mind the idea of term limits? Because is it too much in America, or is there such a thing as winning too much in America? Like,
No, I mean, you have the Patriots. You have Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls. It's a quote from Batman. I've been saying to multiple people, and I'll say it to you. It said, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain."
oh yeah, I've heard you say that.
Patrick Mahomes is seeing himself become the villain. When they first were winning, everyone was happy for them, and oh, it's finally a different team that doesn't win a lot. I mean, this is just in our nature. When a team wins for the first time, people jump on the bandwagon and are happy. Then when they consistently win, then some people are like, oh, all right. Then when they just win all the time, it's like, all right, anyone but them. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, I thought the Detroit Lions would make it to the Super Bowl. I was rooting for them. But in the Chiefs standpoint, and then some people are annoyed by their fans, not even like the Taylor Swift element of it. But, when you start winning, you get cocky. And so it's nothing that the Chiefs players are doing. But some people are annoyed by their fans now because they're so cocky. So It's just and then you got bandwagon fans who can't even point to Kansas City on a map, that are all of a sudden Chiefs fans. So
Yeah. Because Kansas City Chiefs are in Kansas, right?
no, they're in Missouri.
Oh.
So,
So Kansas don't have a team?
that's where the soccer team plays.
Oh. So y'all just share stuff. Or not y'all, them.
As of right now, the only sporting venue team is Sporting KC, the MLS team, whose stadium is in Kansas City, Kansas. But the Chiefs and the baseball team, the Royals, play in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, both teams want new stadiums in Kansas City, Kansas. Well, Kansas, they're trying to sweeten the deal to try to lure both teams or one team to their side, throwing more money. Because the Royals, the baseball team, wants to build a stadium downtown. And so we'll see.
Downtown in which state?
In Missouri.
Oh.
But it's a state line. Like, you drive in between both states every day, basically.
But so across that state line is Kansas City in one state and Kansas City in the other state?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Who came up with that? Why they do that?
I don't know. KCK and KC Mo.
It probably was whoever in Missouri messed it up. Why, if it's a Kansas City, Kansas, or maybe they used to all be the same city. I don't know. And when the states came, they split it. Who knows? I'm surprised you don't know.
I probably used to know. I'm not gonna lie. I know now. I just know KC Mo is better than KCK.
Is it really?
Yeah. The known Kansas City is in Missouri, not in Kansas.
Because I'm thinking about St. Louis. Never mind. I would say, where's the big arch thing?
St. Louis.
In St. Louis. Yeah.
That is the gateway to the west, is what it's called. It's the gateway arch, but I think it's the gateway to the west or the gateway to the Midwest.
You slacking today. You normally know all this kind of stuff.
Hey, I'm just being human.
But yeah, so Jalen Hurts, either way, a person of color would win. In Black History Month.
A person of color has won the last 2 years. Patrick Mahomes has won back-to-back. So this would be 3 in a row.
So we'd be happy. Where is the big guy still the coach for Kansas City?
Big Red.
Yeah.
He's Hall of Famer.
Who's the coach for Philadelphia?
His name is Nick Sirianni.
He definitely ain't black.
Okay, Andy Reid ain't black. What you mean?
But we like Andy Reid though.
Yeah.
When you said Sirianni, he like Italian or something. And I'm thinking about the Steelers. What's his name? The coach. He's black.
Mike Tomlin.
He's black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's who I was thinking about.
He's never had a losing season in that role.
And he's been that coach for a long time, hasn't
he? Yeah.
But he's never won a Super Bowl.
He's won one.
As the coach of the Steelers?
Yeah. I think it was when I was in college. Pretty sure he's won one with Ben Roethlisberger.
He looks like he's not like 40s young, but he looks young.
He is 52.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won. He's been in that job since 2007. Pretty sure he won a Super Bowl.
He should quit.
Why?
Hey, like you said, or like I always leave YU on top, because what I'm saying, he 52. He got too much life to live.
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl in 09.
Oh yeah, see, that's too long ago. He has he has too much life to live if Lord let him keep living. He ain't about to stay there another 15 years. They gonna fire him.
Well, people every year have been saying, "Oh, he's gonna get fired." Their ownership group clearly likes him. I mean, at least he's consistent Now, yeah, they need to go to a Super Bowl or threaten to go to a Super Bowl again because he won in 09. He was the youngest head coach to win. He was 36 years old when he won.
But how long are we gonna live off what you did 20 years ago or
Yeah.
15 years ago? Whatever. Nah. He need to. What he need to do is just retire,
Mhm.
go travel for a few years, and then
Yeah.
like go be a head coach of some college.
So one of my coworkers, he's from Pittsburgh, huge Steelers fan, and he like really knows the history and stuff. And he was talking about, like not many teams had black coaches, and then not many teams let their black coach, have
Coach.
ups and downs without firing them. And then he was telling me, I'm going to get this wrong. He was saying either they were the first or one of the first. The Steelers was one of the first NFL teams to hire a black player. Is it first or it's something like that? It's something of historic nature. Mentioning black as we're heading to Black History Month, did you see, and this is going backwards, did you see basically the federal government is reversing their stance and allowing the Tuskegee Airmen video to be played? Did you hear about this controversy?
I mean, I knew that they said they weren't going to teach it to the airmen anymore, but I didn't know they reversed
So
it.
so they're reversing it.
That's surprising.
And it kind of makes sense because Charles McGee, he was an alpha. He died a couple years ago. I met him when he was turning 100. During Trump's first term, Trump gave him a higher rank, and he was at the State of the Union and stood up, and he gave him like a colonel position. So it was weird, like Trump knows who Tuskegee Airmen is. So I wonder if the Air Force was just really reacting, like, oh, we need to stop this.
Yeah.
And maybe someone said, y'all can keep the doggone Tuskegee Airmen video now.
Yeah, the reason I was laughing is because I was about to say, of course he remembers, he was there, but no, he wasn't.
How old was he during World War II? That was World War II.
You
He
talking
might
about
not have been.
Trump? I don't know if
Yeah.
he was born, or
I don't know.
I don't
Probably
know.
not. I don't know. But they are reversing course on that, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we're gonna get to all that stuff in a second because that's crazy.
What are your thoughts about one? Anyone who's a teacher, they have patience. They have a special job. Especially certain grades. I told someone that mom used to teach kindergarten. They were like, "Oh man."
Wait, before you keep going, just for what they be saying, which I be saying in the news, or sometime when they doing like a debate and they tell the truth or they tell the fact or whatever. Either
What?
way, Donald Trump was not alive during World War II. He was born on June 14th, 1946. World War II ended September 1945.
There you go. Look at
So
that. Look at you doing some real time research.
So he just barely missed it. He could have been like some of these other people who like to claim things, and it's like you barely was in it. Like what was Kamala Harris' running mate name?
Tim Kaine. No, not Tim Kaine.
That's why I keep thinking Tim Kaine.
That's Hillary.
We can't even remember his name.
Governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz.
Yes, I never would have thought of that. Yeah, like some of his stuff was questionable as to whether or not he really, and even we're gonna get to it. But our new Secretary of Defense, some of his stuff isn't as they make it seem like he did 5 tours in Afghanistan.
He did.
Nah, I thought
I'm saying he was actually deployed. Now you gotta give him that.
Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second.
He was deployed.
I was told that he was just kind of like in the that was Walls that was in the reserve. Keep going. Let's talk about teachers.
All right, a Sumter, South Carolina teacher was arrested for allegedly slapping a student to wake them up. This says that it happened on January 6th when the teacher allegedly smacked the student twice in the face in an attempt to get them to wake up. The incident report said that the child had fallen asleep in another teacher's classroom was pushed in the hallway and felt Benson poking their chest lightly multiple times. The victim said they fell asleep. They felt the slap on the face, fell on the floor, and hit their head. The family member took that child to the emergency room. This teacher is an elder-looking black woman. What are your thoughts about a teacher allegedly slapping a student in the face to wake them up?
I think, one, to give context, you talked about her demographics. In her generation, especially her generation, she did absolutely nothing wrong. Like he was
And what's it like? Is that considered a slap? Like,
right, because we don't know if he was being dramatic, falling out on the floor. I highly doubt she just really took her hand as back far as she could and just knocked them out. I doubt if she did that. And we don't know. First of all, let me start by saying this. In 2025, teachers, administration, staff persons at schools should not be putting their hands on students.
correct.
But let me also say that students should not be putting their hands on any of the teachers or
Correct.
staff. Okay.
And in this situation, I don't think that happened.
That he put his hands on her. Yeah, no.
Correct.
So it shouldn't be done. But we weren't in that classroom. We don't know what was going on. We don't know this student's history. He might be bad. Still not giving her the right to do that. But we just don't know. And I don't know if the lady should have ended up in jail.
Yeah, got a whole mugshot.
Yeah.
Which makes me think she's probably going to get fired. Now, I haven't seen any follow-up on this story yet. But you got a mugshot. I don't know. Okay, what should she have done to try to wake up the student?
In today's society, anything but touch them. Or well, you can't even say certain things now, so don't cuss at them either. But I mean, all of us know, and again, there's a lot of people who would disagree with me. Y'all can say it in the comments. But
people were disagreeing with you on that Michelle Obama thing. I
saw.
was getting messages from some people. Someone said, "Who is this clown?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my brother."
Look, I stand on what I said. We're not about to get back into that. I just think
you had a hot take.
I just think that you should carry yourself a certain type of way, and I did not agree with how she decided to do that.
So you should have the same energy with this teacher.
Oh, I said it was wrong. I said it's wrong, but I also do believe that some kids need to get slapped.
I was
oh my God. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Now let's be real. I don't now. Oh, if I think I know what you might be talking about. In band class. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Our parents did not believe us. That I still don't understand that.
So I put it to you like this: unless we're talking about serious abuse, I don't know any student who got disciplined by a teacher, physical or verbal or whatever, who long-term suffered because of it. Unless it was real abuse. Like your teacher shouldn't tell you that you stupid. Not that. But some of us did need to be told we were stupid. It depends on the context. Like
where you told you were stupid.
So, well, I remember indirectly
I was
teachers.
joking. I was talking about dad.
Oh yeah. Like, okay, for example, I never forget being in 11th grade, and this was in a different context. And the teacher, we were in anatomy class, and he told all of us that we had a disease. And he said that we were all lazy. Now, if that was today, take the right student, the right parent, they would blow that all out of proportion. Why is
If
the
he said
teacher?
lazy,
But
that's
what? But
different.
I am mentally distressed and emotionally unstable because he told me I have a disease. Like,
Oh, man.
it's just, I think, but she escalated to being physical. That's the issue. It should have never gotten physical, even though some kids need it, but should have never gotten physical. So
Yeah.
I hope Miss Mabel don't get locked up for long.
Her name is not Miss Mabel. I forgot her name, but it's not.
I don't know if this is her name right here, Sharon Louise Benson. I don't know if that's her.
That's her name. That
Yeah.
is her name.
So Sister Sharon, I hope she don't get locked up.
Can you imagine the conversation when she went to church that next Sunday? Oof.
Because it looked like she keep her hair nice. It got a little scuffled up when she was probably getting arrested, but it looked like she keep her hair nice. I just think that it should not have escalated to her going to jail.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty sure the cops were like, we gotta arrest you, like,
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping it was not like you said, like a full slap. I hope it was just like, hey, wake up.
And
we'll never know.
Who hasn't, especially those of us or y'all who talk too much or we're a little disobedient or whatever. All of us have gotten plucked in the head or something before by a teacher.
You can't do that nowadays. It's the saying. Can't do that.
That's unfortunate.
What are your thoughts on breakfast flavored ice cream?
Breakfast flavored, so like it's gonna taste like some grits or some pancakes.
Bluebell this week is coming out with a breakfast ice cream, strawberry toaster pastry ice cream. It's vanilla based and it has pastry pieces and confetti sprinkles that finish with a swirl of strawberry sauce and white icing. So I guess trying to be like a Pop-Tart in your ice cream.
I absolutely love ice cream. And Bluebell's my favorite, but
Same.
it's expensive. So what I typically do is I buy the little cups and I'll eat one a day. So
one a day?
Yeah, if not more, but yeah, definitely one.
Oh.
So you get your 12-pack, that's 6 to 12 days. If you eat 2 a day, then that's only 6. So, but here's the thing. I'm simple. I don't like all the caramel, this and that, the cookies and cream, Oreo, this and that. No. Give me vanilla or strawberry. I'm really doing something if I get banana pudding. Other than that, so do I want my ice cream to taste like a strawberry toaster pastry?
A Pop-Tart.
I don't think so. I think if I want a Pop-Tart, I'll go get a Pop-Tart. But
you wouldn't
that's just
try
me.
It? You wouldn't try it?
I try it. I'm always open to trying stuff. That don't mean I'm eat it though. Because I'm the type of person, you go to an ice cream place and people are like, well, if you go into an ice cream place or you go into a donut place or whatever, you should try the interesting flavor. No, I'm gonna stick to strawberry or vanilla. Like, no, I'm gonna stick to what I know is gonna be okay. And if you mess up vanilla, So what about you? Would you eat it?
I would try it. I wouldn't probably stand in line to buy it.
I went and got me 3 strawberry frosted donuts this morning from Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm shocked you got sprinkles.
They don't do them without sprinkles anymore.
Micah used to get mad if donut had sprinkles on it.
Yeah. They don't even do the strawberry without sprinkles anymore, and it's a disappointment. But
did you see? It's an Instagram reel. This guy is getting ice cream or something, and there's a large sprinkle container of like the rainbow sprinkles and a container of just the chocolate sprinkles. And she was like, do you want sprinkles? And he said, yeah, the colored ones. And she like puts her hand over the rainbow ones and then grabs the chocolate. So he was like, oh, okay.
She's saying, you want some black, some Negroes.
He said, yeah, the colored ones. And she said, jeez. Oh, well, maybe we have to try it. It comes out Thursday, apparently. I think.
If I'm gonna spend some money on some blueberry ice cream, I'm gonna get the kind I would like. I
Because the
remember
Bluebell is expensive.
we had a grandmother, y'all. Well, everybody,
Like we had a grandmother.
well, everybody technically has grandparents, whether you knew them or not. Either way, we had a great grandmother who lived to be 105, and her name was Grandma Catherine. She's not living anymore, but she used to tell me, she'd say, Mike, I want you to go down the food joint. With the reason I'm laughing about that, because that was not the name of the store.
I was about to say, the name of a store is Food Joint.
No, the name of it was Food Giant, but she called it Food Joint. She said, I want you to go down to the food joint and get me some cream. So the first time she ever told me this, I went and I'm walking around the store and I'm like, okay, well, what kind of lotion is this? And she wants some cream. So I call her and I said, well, what kind of cream do you want? She said, homemade. I said, okay. I said, what does it look like? She said, it's in the bucket, and it's homemade cream. She said, you eat it. I said, you eat it? Because I'm thinking lotion or something. She said, you know what I'm talking about? I said, I do not know what you're talking about. I ended up calling around to her children, trying to figure out what she was talking about. They said she's talking about Bluebell homemade vanilla ice cream.
Oh, wow.
That's what I said. So after that, whenever she said she wanted cream, I knew that's what she meant. She wanted homemade.
Wow.
But yeah, it's Bluebell vanilla homemade ice cream. So wow, yeah. And
I
just
thought you were talking about cream like the milk.
Nah, she used to my ice cream. I introduced Grandma Catherine to pizza. She knew what pizza was, but she had never eaten it. And
What?
I
I don't believe that. I
didn't believe it either.
I
But
do not believe that.
Listen, I didn't believe it until I brought some pizza. And here's what made me believe it. She tasted it and she said that is not real food. And she did not eat no more. She took one bite and she did not eat anymore.
I don't believe that.
I think it was true. Why would she lie to me?
She lived to 105. She ain't never had a slice of pizza.
She said she never wanted it. And I said, oh, you got to get
wanted it and heard of it and had it, or
no,
3 different things.
I didn't say she never heard of it. She knew
You
it.
said she never had pizza before.
She never had it before.
How old was she when this alleged incident happened?
Somewhere between 100 and 105. She's probably
she never had pizza.
That was she said. So you telling me my 100-year-old great grandmother was lying?
I'm telling you, you lying.
No, what the? I almost cussed. God is my witness. I'm not lying about that.
How she ain't never had pizza?
I went and got a Little Caesars pizza.
She ain't never had Little Caesars. She had pizza before.
No. I'm trying to tell you. We started talking about food and we was talking about pizza. She said, I've never eaten pizza before. I said, what? You've never eaten pizza before? I said, I'm going to get pizza right now. I went and got it. Because, back then you could get Little Caesars pizza for $5.
You still can.
I don't think you can get no large pepper or medium, whatever it was, for $5. I don't think so.
Yeah, you can. And then the 3 meat treat is $8. Yes, you can.
Well, I haven't been to Little Caesars in so long, but I don't think you can here in Atlanta.
You can.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Either way.
Might be $6 now.
Well, that's not $5.
Finish your lie.
And then now, dialed in fam, don't believe him, because God is my witness. I put this on every dead person in my family.
She lived to be 105 and never had pizza.
If anybody was lying, it was Grandma Catherine. It was not me. It's not me.
She might have never had Little Caesars.
No,
she might have never had a $5 pizza.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
How has the woman never had pizza?
I don't know. How about you go try and ask her?
105 years old and you never had pizza?
I don't know. It blew my mind too. But I don't think the lady was lying.
I don't believe it.
Well, I'm just telling you what she said. And I believed her, especially because of her reaction once she tasted it. I said,
She said it's fake. What's fake about it?
Well, and she was saying like it wasn't real food. She liked, old Southern soul food. So she was like, this is And she told me, she said, I don't never have to have pizza again.
Oh wow! So you ruined the pizza experience for your great grandmother.
Well, because she liked cornbread and buttermilk and collard greens and you know.
Oh, you're gonna take this and run with it the wrong way. So at first I questioned it because I was like, this is weird. But then when they explained it to me, I got it. So on Martin Luther the King Day, which was also an inauguration day, there was a healthy, not healthy food, like a health expo at the African American Museum in Dallas. And our former president of our NABJ chapter asked me, could I be a celebrity judge for a food competition? I'm like, all right. And she was like, it's collard greens and cornbread. I'm like, so at a healthy expo, y'all having a collard greens and cornbread competition. So they explained it to me that they pick an item every year that was one of MLK's favorite meals. Like I guess the year before it was like pound cake, uh, and they have a competition. And so some people made their entries healthy. Like there was a vegan one that was really good. It didn't have meat, and you could tell it was like, I think they called it African something. Like it just had like a lot of spices and flavors. But I said all that to say everybody can't make collard greens. Some of them entries, some of us was eating them and we were looking at each other like, mm, mm. And then some of the cornbread was very dry.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting experience, and my stomach paid for it later. But next year is macaroni and cheese, so I want to be a judge again next year, and my stomach will pay for it then too. We judged 7 collard greens and 7 cornbreads, but they put them in like little cups.
Maybe once I get paid, maybe I'll this weekend make some collard greens and cornbread and macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
and some chicken.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, why don't you make it when I come home for a Super Bowl? But we're eating Super Bowl food.
Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. That might be good. That would be my first time making collard greens, though.
You've never ever made collard greens?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I can make some good macaroni and cheese. I can make some good baked chicken. But I've never made collard greens.
Really? Well, make sure to wash them and cut them and blah 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 blah.
Do you recall
what type of meat are you gonna use? You gonna use a ham hock? You gonna use
I
a
believe
neck bone?
in pork.
No, I'm saying what you gonna use? Some people
Ham.
use a turkey wing. Some
Yeah,
people
but I
use...
believe in pork. I don't discriminate against animals. The since we're talking about grandparents, do you ever recall being at Grandma Dow's house? Context for those who don't know, Grandma Dow's our father's mother, which, well, I guess it would have to be.
Duh.
Well, it could have been a great grandmother or something like that. But either way, do you ever remember being at her house and like shelling peas and cutting up collard greens and stuff like that?
Me doing it? No.
Yeah. Oh, you never helped?
I didn't have to.
I mean, I didn't have to, but
she didn't want me to help.
Oh, well, I enjoyed it.
Watch her do it.
Yeah, sitting right there in the den, and yeah, back then Auntie Lola
That's old school.
Auntie Lola was living. Yeah, good old days.
You get you a good meal
if she liked you. That's an inside joke.
And we had to eat twice. You go to your other grandma's house and eat.
Man, okay, I gotta tell this story. Now, on our dad's side of the family, there was 1 million grandkids. So you always had a cousin who was older than you, your age, and younger than you. Like it was just there was 1 million grandkids. So just like normal over there, and there's other cousins and stuff. And now Steven and I were really the only grandchildren that call her Grandma Dow. Others either said grandma or they call her mama. But so over there, and she cooking like she was always doing. She was cooking most of the time, and grandkids, cousins, this particular time, they was all playing and stuff. And I'll never forget, dinner was ready, and so you expected to eat. I didn't really want to eat. Man, Grandma Dow went off on me. She said, "You come over here and you don't want to eat my food. I bet you go around your other grandma's house, you eat her food. You don't want to play with your cousins." She was like, "You just don't want to be over here." She was like, something like, "Yo, grandma," to my other grandma. She said, "She gonna be here after a while to come pick you up." So I'm like, dang, man. I went into one of the bedrooms. It was some of our cousins was in there. I threw up all over that bed. I remember it like it was yesterday. I threw up all over that bed. She coming in, she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't feel good. That's what's wrong." I'm like, yeah.
No,
See,
I was talking about, so our grandmothers literally live like 2 traffic lights away from each other. And when we used to come for like Christmas or maybe Thanksgiving, we would go to one and then go to the other one, and you would eat at one. And so basically, we had to eat back to back to not make anyone upset. All right. Off the food topic, we always talk about food. Have you noticed that?
yeah, we like to eat.
No comment. All right. So President Trump is he signed an order to declassify all of the files for JFK, his brother RFK, and Martin Luther the King Jr. Your thoughts?
I don't see at this point the point in doing it. I also don't trust the United States government with this.
Oh wow.
And what I mean by that is they've not been released all this time.
Mm-hmm.
What makes us think that when they do release them, that they're
This
going
is
to
gonna be
truly,
everything.
yeah, that it's going to be everything. So I don't trust that. So it's clearly he
Clearly.
and he probably did his first term. Donald Trump has read them. I would imagine that he knows what's really in them. So to me, here's the other thing. I think the only reason why he would do it, because there are a lot of conspiracy theories that the United States government killed JFK, that the United States government had something to do with Martin Luther King dying. I'm assuming whatever they put out is going to prove, and I'm doing air quotes for those who are on the podcast platforms. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe or like or follow whatever if you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that.
We'll see how
But
long you upload it.
I have been consistent, so
3 times. Thank you.
hey, well, until I stop, don't say anything. I think that all it's gonna do is so-called prove that the United States didn't kill them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all it's gonna do. But why should we believe it? I don't.
So and the intent, in some people's opinion, is to stop conspiracy theories. So you think it's still going to have conspiracy theories because
Yeah,
people don't trust the country.
because here's the thing, and I can understand the one with John F. Kennedy because he was an actual president.
Mm-hmm.
But and sometimes I know the argument of, well, don't speak on something because you're giving fuel to the fire. Just ignore it. So if you kind of entertain that it's a conspiracy theory, you're almost justifying that maybe it's true. But to me, if the United States government really didn't have anything to do with any of them being assassinated, why is it taking 50 years for y'all to prove that y'all didn't do it?
Well, they've already proved they didn't do it because they caught the people who did it.
But that don't mean that they weren't behind it, though. But here's the other thing that I think, because the King family put out a statement that they really felt that Donald Trump should have spoken with them about this, and they're not doing any interviews until they get more information, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here's what I think the King family fears. You opening up old doo-doo. Now, all of us know this is no secret.
Yeah, you're talking about infidelity.
Yeah, Dr. King was right. So I think that there is potential that this could make Dr. King look bad, depending on what all
But
comes out.
I don't think anything this long after is going to like long lasting tarnish.
But we don't know what's in it.
But I'm saying people have already talked about him being with other women.
Yeah, I'm just saying we don't know what's in it though. We don't know
That is true.
what possible lies they might put in it.
Yeah.
So I think the King family is a little nervous because
Yeah,
it's like,
I
what
can
in the
see that.
world are y'all about to say? Just let this man,
Yeah,
all
because I
of
mean
them.
the FBI spied on him, so
Yeah.
they have conversations and things that no one knew about. Other than people who know. Like I was reading this book, that Secret Service book, and it
Mhm.
was talking about how like even some of the Secret Service agents were getting kind of frustrated with JFK because they're like, we supposed to protect you, and you got these like random women popping up and stuff. So yeah, I mean that it is what it is. I just don't think whatever's in it is gonna make people be like, oh, we need to take down that MLK monument now. Like,
But we don't know what's in it though.
we don't.
So, and here's the other thing why I think MLK is different than all these other Ks, JFK,
Mhm.
RFK, is Martin Luther King, while yes, he was a celebrity, if you will, he was a
Mhm.
private citizen. John F. Kennedy and Robert, they were public servants. They was at the time of their death, they were
Elected
working
officials.
for the government.
Hmm.
I don't
That's true.
think I don't think that you should be putting out information about Martin Luther King. So why are you telling his business like that?
Mm.
I think that's different. I don't think he should be included
Yeah,
in this.
but it was a high profile death that the FBI was involved in monitoring him.
Mhm.
And so, yeah,
But all of us
we'll have
know
to
that
see.
J. Edgar Hoover was
Yes.
was he was shady
Yeah.
and racist.
Yeah.
So I just really pray sincerely that nothing comes out that's extremely damaging to Dr. King's character. Because even if the only damaging thing is about infidelity, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all of us know that. That's we've forgotten about that. Why bring it all back up? Because now, as much as and I know we're about to get into it, but I want to ask you, what do you think about all these K's getting declassified? But Donald Trump has been so much more chill this time around.
Has he?
Listen, I'm talking about as far as his personality.
Yeah.
But this, I almost call him, but this man, he been shooting.
Well, he promised to declassify them in his first term and didn't do it.
I'm just saying, he for real this time. Everything he said he was gonna
Oh
do,
yeah.
he
What
doing
did,
it.
what did y'all think? That's
No,
what I don't understand. And this is the segue. I don't understand why some people are so shocked. Like, this is what, if you voted for him, this is what you voted for. Like,
yeah.
he didn't hide any of his plans. He said, I'm going to do this. And now he's following through. His first week in office, he did a lot. Now,
Mhm.
some things are going to be challenged in the courts. Some things I think he knows aren't going to be successful, but he said he's going to do it. He's doing it. What are your thoughts about Trump's first week in office?
If you stand for what he stands for, he had a phenomenal first week.
Yeah.
Um, I think that people don't realize the repercussions of a lot of his executive orders um um are gonna affect a lot of people.
Yeah. There's a trickle down effect, depending on the topic. Yeah.
And is sometimes our lighter hued brothers and sisters
Hmm.
uh are cool with people of color and don't realize how much this is gonna affect them. So,
Hmm.
for example, like they say, a lot of these Mexican, for example, or Hispanic children in these schools,
Hmm.
um, who aren't going to school now because they're afraid. So it's almost like these kids, not to say that they're the same, but
Hmm.
these kids who have to go through these school shootings. Do you remember where you were when such and such school shooting happened? you about to start having stories of people saying, when I was in the 7th grade, ICE came in and took my friends away. Like,
They're not going to come into schools, but I understand what you're saying.
they
They're-
passed the thing saying that
they're-
they can go in churches, and then
yeah.
JD Vance said, which I got what he was saying in his interview with what's the name, said that if there was a criminal in your church or your school,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want them to come in and get them? Yes, of course, JD. But we talking about a 12-year-old kid who's been here all this time.
Yeah.
They don't have to come in there when they in there trying to get English. They trying to learn how to speak and read English. Dog, and you gonna take them out and send them, like that's So I think that his first week in office, Donald Trump, like I said, he's doing all the stuff he said he was going to do. I believe he has more support than ever before. And he just like how JD went in and broke the tie for the Secretary of Defense. It's gonna be an interesting 4 years.
I just know I'm gonna have a lot of content to talk about at work.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you are a supporter, he had an amazing week. He's going to continue to do this. And then it's weird. I mean, we have to get back accustomed to him being president in the sense of, I mean, let's be honest from this aspect. He's talked to the media more in 1 week than Joe Biden probably talked to in a year. Just be completely honest. And like that was just 1 week, and he's into himself, so he's gonna keep talking to the media and stuff. So from that aspect, it's good that you're getting more real-time answers. But yeah, I mean, these executive orders, like I said, some of them are going to be challenged. Some of them are just for show. Some of them are scare tactics. Some of them are strategy. But it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be full of headlines.
Our new First Lady, Melania Trump, she is enjoying the hell out of herself this go round. I'm loving the new Melania.
Oh, okay. What you mean?
She's far more involved. She now the way that Donald Trump spun it, I don't know if this is true, but she went with him to North Carolina. She went with him to California. But he said that
But that was also week 1.
Yeah, but says she wanted to go to North Carolina, and he told her, "Well, if you come to North Carolina with me, you got to go to California with me." She's different this time. She's
We'll
different.
see.
And I think because he kind of carries himself different this time.
He does.
So
you see her new headshot, her new official portrait,
much less scary than his.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he likes his. To be completely honest.
Yeah, his is rough. But hey, Donald Trump, Mike Johnson, in that Speaker of the House name, and Tubble, is that the
who?
How you say his name? Who the majority leader in the Senate?
Thune? No, it's not Thune.
Yeah, yes, it is.
No, the Senate Majority Leader.
Yeah,
it's not Thune, is it?
It's somewhere.
Thune's from North Carolina. Hold on. It's not Thune.
It's John Thune.
Oh, it is John Thune.
Yeah, from South Dakota. Yeah. South Dakota. So I think that it's going to be interesting, and all these people who voted for him are going to see that really none of these policies benefit them in any kind of way. Unless you are making a whole lot of money, he is not signing laws that are for you.
We'll see. You'll have to wait and see.
There ain't no waiting and seeing. We know.
You have to wait and see.
Donald Trump does not care anything about people of color. He's not caring anything about people who don't have money.
Well, some people of color voted for him.
And they gonna see that it don't, because DEI, he's getting rid of it. He's trying to.
Some people of color don't agree with DEI.
Okay, well,
I'm saying some people. I'm just being devil's advocate. Some people believe, I should get it on my merit, not because I'm black.
I was just about to say, here's what people got to understand.
What are you doing?
I was tired of sitting up. Here's what people have to understand. All of us agree that it should be based on merit. Nobody's saying
What are
DEI.
you doing?
DEI does not mean that you. Okay, I put it to you like this.
Yeah, people just perceive DEI as black, and it's not.
No, DEI can mean, it could mean that you're a woman. It can mean that it can mean a whole lot of stuff. Is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Here's what it is. If the job, the role for the job requires somebody to have a master's degree, for example, what some of our lighter hue brothers and sisters would like to make you believe is that there's a white person who has a master's degree, and because this black woman only has a bachelor's degree, that she would get that job. That is not what that means. It's it's still merit. They both got a master's degree. It's just that our society traditionally would overlook that black woman for one reason or another. And so it's just saying we're giving her the same fair shot and opportunity. That's all that is. You
That is correct.
still have to meet the qualifications. You still gotta have the merit. It's just, we're not gonna overlook you because law. Now, where I do think it can get tricky is this word that some people say is true, some people say is not. It's quotas. I think now it can get tricky if you saying, well, we gotta have 20% people of color on staff,
right?
Because now if you got to hit a certain,
but
quota,
having a quota may help with having diverse minds at the table, though.
Yeah,
I'm saying if that's what you got to do,
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see anything wrong with a quota, especially if it's not too high, because still, one thing that we have to admit, and I'm talking about Black America or colored America, is now we are still grossly outnumbered. Like, this is still a white country. Now it's changing, but it's still, we're outnumbered. So we can't go into these places and think that it's going to be 70% people of color and 30%. Now that's not going to happen.
Right.
But the whole DEI, that's nothing but the right, using that as a trigger word, trigger phrase.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a campaign catchphrase, because I mean, there are elements of DEI that it doesn't, like how some people say, oh, they're trying to teach our children to hate the country. Like, that's not what it is. Like, let's be very honest. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a wild ride. I'm going to enjoy it. I think
he's going to enjoy it from his profession, y'all. Not
yes. Those who are shocked after week one, I don't understand why. On either side, if you voted for him or if you didn't vote for him, he said what he was going to do.
I can't remember the exact words, but did you see what Stephen A. Smith said?
Yeah.
That I can remember the exact, I won't put words in his mouth, but basically that he feels like a fool for voting for Kamala Harris. Y'all put in the comments, do you regret if you voted for her, and if you want to even admit that you did, do you all regret voting for Kamala Harris, or do you think that the Democrats should have gone a different route?
Well, see, that's just second guessing. Like, it's over. Okay, she was the candidate. She had 100 days to do it. She lost. Like,
but you gotta learn from your past, though.
Do you think Democrats should have picked someone else? Like, it's over. Like, move on. But Democrats got a lot more to worry about than talking about what happened in November. They got their A kicked in the election, and like, Democrats are going to have to build from the ground up. Or you know what the Republicans did and the Tea Party did when I first got into news? They were focused on growing these local offices and getting people in these local offices, and then you start moving up so that you have top down, people on your side. Man, Democrats got a lot of work to do, and Democrats are soft. Like, this is just a fact. And maybe one day Democrats will get a little tougher, because clearly in politics, the nice guy does not win. Like, this ain't Jimmy Carter days no more. Like, this just the truth. But we'll see.
We need, or the Democrats need a Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's just a Democratic version of Donald Trump. If they don't get that, they're not gonna win, because now a lot can happen over the next 4 years. But
Yeah. Oh, talking about
if we
stuff's
throw
gonna
up,
happen in the next 2 years.
if we throw up any of the establishment, I'm talking about in 4 years to run for president, really in 3 years, whatever. JD Vance is gonna be the 48th president of the United States. Is just he in my opinion so far, and I don't necessarily like JD, but he's got it. I think he's got it. And if anybody who name we know that's a Democrat, they do not need to run.
Oh wow.
It's just, it ain't people.
Well, not if they rebrand themselves and it's different.
People are tired of Democrats. I'm talking about the ones who are already in office.
I'm not sure. Well, we're gonna leave it there.
They need to find, or even similar to how, really, I tell you what Donald Trump did. Now, people gonna read too much into this, and we gotta go. Him going to get JD, he went and found his Obama. What I'm saying is, Obama wasn't in the Senate that long. They put him up. JD wasn't in the Senate that long. What I'm saying is, you got to go get somebody who.
I wouldn't compare him to Obama.
I'm talking about the fact that they weren't in national politics long. That's the only thing I'm talking about. But they have the look. They can talk. Yeah. They can, they can, they can.
He's a veteran.
They got it. So I think whoever the Democrats put up next, it needs to be like a freshman senator or representative. It needs to be somebody who you can check the box off that, okay, he got experience on the national level, but don't nobody really know him.
Not saying it's gonna happen, but look out for the governor of Maryland.
But he's
black.
Yeah,
but the governor of Maryland. I mean, he hasn't been in politics super long. He's the governor of a state. It's a blue state, but the governor of a state. He's a military veteran. Just watch out. All right. Well, thank you for watching episode number 4 of the Dialed In Show. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, as long as Micah keeps uploading it. We'll see you guys same time, same place next week.
Have a great week.